Hello. Thank you guys so much for joining us here at K2 Productions. We are going to be watching 8 Ball tonight. 8 Ball 8, oh my goodness, it's that day. It's Monday. 8 Ball race to 8. Mike Bennett does get one game on the wire, so it is an 8-7 race. You'll see that one game is already in the score. So we are ready to go. I did let them know that we are starting, so let's get started. All right. I'm just starting their live stream here on YouTube for themselves. They're flipping. Mike called tails. Tails it is. They're playing 8 Ball BCA rules, so it is rack your own. We are playing with brand new Aramith Black. They are going to be the first people tonight that will be playing on it or with them. We've never had them been used in a live stream before. We've only practiced with them, so this is exciting for them, I hope. This is being difficult. If you guys can help me out this evening and go ahead and share the post, let's get some viewers here this evening. Somebody needs something to watch on a Monday, I'm sure of it. 9-8, okay. Got it. So they are, I got it. That's true. So they changed the race up on me. That's okay, we'll just update. It is a race to 9. I think that Aramith back are so much better for this camera angle, especially. You can actually see the balls. It's amazing. The white is so washed out on the stream. So this makes a huge difference for us. I can actually see what they are. I just have to remember that the pink is the 4 now, and the purple is the 5. That's the only thing that might trip me up. Wow. So I just put in the calculator just because I was curious, and you know, I have been trying to use this Fargo, and according to Fargo, a 480 versus a 380 in a race to 9, even giving up a game, is an 87% chance of win. That's pretty drastic. All right, so let me now hop on Facebook. All right, let's see. Share, 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 share. Sharing, sharing. Sharing is caring, guys. Hello, Kit. Hello, Corby. How are you guys doing? On this fine Monday afternoon. No world champion, that's silly. Regional champion. I have been good. It feels very weird. I feel like I haven't actually won. Like maybe it still hasn't set in. And it's funny because I feel like I said I've never won anything before, but I did win 9-ball regional singles twice. So this is actually my third APA title. It's just different because there's no handicaps, I think, is what makes a big difference in this tournament for me, is that I won it playing no handicap. That's right, Corby. What did you say? World Regional or something like that? World Regional Champion. Amateur. So is everyone back to league now? Or are there still some places that are closed up? I'm curious because I do feel like there's been some people who have said that stuff is shut down still where they're from. So if you're still shut down, where are you? Where are you from? I know in Arizona, we are, I don't want to say so open, but we are so open that even freezers is actually finally opening up. Thank you, Corby. Now I said to Carlos, I said, okay, now we have 4 months for me to learn how to play on the big table because I do not want to go all the way to Florida just to be 2 and out. So my goal is when I go to Florida to just not be 2 and out. Because the first time I ever went to Vegas in 9-ball singles, I won the entire tournament to get there, undefeated. And then I get to Vegas and I went 2 and out. by 2 balls each time. And so I said my goal is to now go to Vegas again, which I am doing in April, and go to Florida, which I'm doing in March, and just not be 2 and out. I think we can all feel that and want. You know, none of us ever want to go 2 and out. I am resetting a view right now, so that is why we do not have any view beyond this one, so I apologize. But this is what we've got for a couple minutes while the other camera resets. So on this one, they are playing a little bit different. So they are playing that a scratch on the 8 is a loss, which is slightly different. And it was crazy because Stephen asked that question and then immediately scratched on the 8. He did make the ball though, so that was impressive. Great bank, but did scratch. So that is a game over to Mike. Still waiting on that reset of this. I think the computer knows as well that it's Monday. And is saying, you know what, I just need a little longer than normal. So Mike is breaking here. Doesn't look like anything's going to fall. So a open table to Stephen. Oh, hey, there it goes. There it goes. All right, let's update this score. All right, so Mike back at the table having solids. He kind of is in a good place to potentially do something with that 3-7-6 because I do believe the 15, which is that brown and black ball, is blocking that whole pocket for them. So there's a safety there. Actually, really good safety. I don't think that Mike can, or I'm sorry, Stephen can shoot the 14. I don't think he can shoot the 9 even. So to me, I would overcut this 15 down to that rail and put it in front of the 2. Oh, or just make it. I didn't know that it went. He sees better than me. I think I need to take bank lessons from Steven. Holy moly, he hasn't missed a bank yet, I feel like. And he shoots them so fast, like he can just see them like a magical bank master. So here is Mike's opportunity. So I know Mike was saying that he thinks that he was underrated. He knows that a 380 is probably not so accurate for his rating, but he has thousands, like 2,000 games in Fargo, and he doesn't play much, that goes into Fargo. So he just doesn't go up. 5 games a month doesn't move much, doesn't move mountains. So it'll be interesting, since Steven did give him 1 game on the wire, to see how good their guess is. If they guessed accurately, this should go hill. I mean, that is the whole point of Fargo. Every Fargo game should technically go hill if you gave an even opportunity for the race. Really nice shot there. These pockets being only 3 7/8 inch, when you power shoot the balls like that, it does not always want to go. Can he see the 2? I don't think that he can. Or if he can, it's a very tight window. He actually might be perfectly in that window to shoot the 2. Nope, he missed it. Me, myself, being combo Kaylin, of course, would have taken that 3-2 combo. I know it's off. I know that the 3 ball is going to go off that rail and back towards that bottom. So I would just hit it with top, allow the 3 to hit the rail and come back out towards that bottom pocket, leaving the cue ball up by the 2. And easy peasy, you were out with those 3 balls. But I know a lot of people don't like to shoot combos. I actually shot a combo to put me on the hill on Saturday. And Carlos was like, I can't believe you shot that combo. And I said, it just seemed natural. It was a natural combo. What are you talking about? So that's officially put Steven on the board. Thanks everyone for joining us this Monday night here in Phoenix, Arizona at K2 Productionz. This is a 7-foot diamond. It's a red label diamond, which does mean it tends to bank shorter than a newer blue label. These pockets have been specially made to 3 7/8 inch. If you have not already, please go ahead and like and follow K2 Productionz. I think another reason, or a reason for Steven's low Fargo, because I know we already talked about Mike's low Fargo. See, natural combos. But the reason I think for Steven's little bit underrated low Fargo there is because, for those of you who know, Stephen, he has a heart condition and he has a pacemaker. And if his heart rate goes too high, he actually gets like shocked. He gets electrocuted. So he says when he's playing, he has to be really careful not to get too nervous or too excited during a match because he has been shocked during a match before. He's had to have heart surgeries, so he has to take time off when that happens. And that would be why his Fargo's a little bit lower. But if you see there, he was playing really beautiful shape. He's not afraid to use English. He just keeps scratching. So if he could figure out the scratch, he would be set. Corby, let's see, what leagues? We play APA, Double Jeopardy, 8 and 9 ball on Tuesday nights. Carlos plays Masters on the east side. Nice breakout shot there by Mike with ball in hand. We play, so he plays that one Sunday a month. I play Ladies League on the east side, one Sunday a month. And we play BCA Champions League Wednesdays at Bull Shooters. And we were thinking about starting a West Side Masters team because there are 2 APAs here in Phoenix. And you can play in both. And a scratch for Mike. I suppose that he owed Stephen one, so excuse my chewing. Our plan is to practice on the 9-footers every day before league for 3 hours because we get out at 3. We get out at 3:30 from work and league does not start until 6:30 and or 7:30. I love the way that these balls look on the stream. It is so much easier to see what is what. The only thing you got to get used to is that pink ball is the 4 and that the 5 is actually the purple. Sorry guys, I have to turn on the music so we don't get shut down by Facebook, but I will turn it down. There we go. Yeah, so Mark, we had a couple people actually come down here for US Amateurs, our tournament on Saturday. We had them come down from Portland and Seattle because they're not playing pool up there. So they came down here to Phoenix so that they could play in the tournaments because they were not playing up there. So sorry to hear that you are still not getting to play pool up there. All right, so Stephen made up the deficit of the 1 game that he gave to Mike. It is now an even race. Yeah, Mike, these guys are still learning how to play. This table is a difficult table to play on. It is the tightest table in Arizona with a stream. And that's actually what I like about here at K2 Productionz is that you don't have to be a you don't have to be a 600 or 700 rated Fargo to play here. If you want to come and play here, you can come and play here. We want everyone to feel free to come and practice, get used to what it feels like, the additional pressure of being on a live stream. A lot of these guys have never felt that before, and they're coming into the pool world and they want to play in tournaments. And you know, the finals of a lot of tournaments are streamed, and that when you're in the finals of a huge tournament, especially with money on the line, even if it's a small local tournament, but it's the first time you're in the finals, the last thing you want to do is lose because you're nervous of being on the stream. It's one thing to lose because you're shooting bad or the other guy's shooting really good, but you shouldn't be scared to be on the stream or even have that in your mind. But a lot of people do have that in their mind. I know I did when I was playing in the finals on Saturday. It just is part of the game, having that knowledge in your mind. So us providing this service to these lower rated players allows them to get the exposure and the feeling of being on that stream, feeling the additional pressure. And if that makes them better, and if they like to go back and watch it, listen to our commentary and maybe learn something, or we point something out that they do that they weren't aware of, and it can improve their game, that's what our stream is for. Our stream, we also stream pro matches, of course. Our biggest match we've ever streamed was a $20,000 match, so we stream those too, of course. But we really do enjoy giving the opportunity to anybody. Yes, Kobe, this is a red label. It is a classic red label. So it does bank short compared to the blue labels. And then on the top of that, we have made the pockets only 3 7/8. You can fit about 1.5 balls into these pockets. Alright, so Mike is stripes. He's kind of been put in a position where he has to bank out this, what is that, 13? The purple one? Sorry, I need to learn my colors all over again. Or he's forced to blast into that 10, which you don't want to do that, and break everything up. So, very nice. Opened up that pocket, but he moved all the balls out of that pocket, but he also broke out his 10 ball. He really did a lot of work with that one shot, so. Alright, so he's on the right side of that 11. If he can shoot this with low, it will draw it across the table for the 10. And then he can shoot the 10 in that bottom right corner and go 1, 2, and back across. So side rail, long rail, back up to shoot the 10, or sorry, to shoot the 8 in that top right corner. And I agree, Mark. They probably do need to slow down a little bit, but I think the nerves are still there a little bit. That's the 5th time, I do believe, that he has scratched today. Hello, little commentator.
Hello.
Are you going to help me today say the words on the stream?
I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, okay. Hello. I was just about to tell everybody a story about you. So Carlos and I let Reagan, our daughter, pick who was going to stream today. And we said, Reagan, do you want to spend time with mommy or do you want to spend time with daddy? And she said, I want to spend time with daddy, which means that I got to do the stream. So that is why you guys are stuck with me instead of Carlos tonight. Because Reagan is playing favorites.
Mom?
What?
Can I get a Sprite?
Yes, you can get a Sprite.
You can get a Sprite for me.
I can't, because I'm streaming.
You can.
I cannot.
Yes, you can.
Alright. I feel like Steven's a little bit straight on this 2-ball, but the cut on the 3 is really tough. Yep. And another scratch. Oh my goodness. Ow. You have a pointy chin, girl. Alright. I love you.
I want a Sprite right now.
Yeah, go get one. You know where they are.
Can you open it?
Yeah, bring it over here. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, getting shape on the side. I don't know that I would get shape on the side. Our side pockets are very pointy.
Hello.
Hello. There you go. Sprite for you. Even though Mike is now ahead in the score, he's still the extreme underdog in this race. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter, Kit. Reagan just turned 16.
No, I didn't. I turned 8
When?
on October 19th.
Oh. Well, you act like you're 16, so I got confused. All right, another dry break. Mike has broken on getting 2 perfect. Because see right there, he actually drew into behind the 8-ball. Oh, hi. This is Reagan. She was pushing buttons. There we go. Almost scratched, but he didn't. He saved it. Is Carlos asleep? Is that why you're in here with me? Did he fall asleep on the couch? Yeah, he did. That makes sense. Carlos has officially hit dad because he now falls asleep on the couch while watching Trolls World Tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough just rattled it and then popped out. But really not a bad safety. Forces Steven to either skim the 15 into play safe or shoot the 9. Stop. That was a nice shot. Oh yeah. Can I get up? Move. Move. There it is. There you go. Needed a bridge. I had taken my bridge with me to my tournament on Saturday, so well, at least he didn't scratch. So Mike, trying to figure out the right pattern here for solids. He's got to figure out how to get that 6 ball out because it doesn't go anywhere. Oh yeah, this headset, it can get in the kitchen, it can get in the living room. There have been times when I've been talking about the stream well in the kitchen. So this is a phenomenal headset. We have 2 of them so that we can actually do dual commentary as well. Yeah, I was questioning the shot on the 2 because he played a stop shot and left himself nothing. The shot on the 4 is really tough versus if he'd been even just 6 inches further down the table. The 6 doesn't go. The 6-5 combo is weird. The 7 puts you all the way up table and back down. So going for the safety, not a bad shot at all because he did need to get that 6 ball out of there anyway. Steven can actually kick this. If he kicks down by the chalk and hits the 15, he could actually... Oh, I didn't realize he could see it. Wow. Even better. Steven is shooting phenomenal, other than the fact that he keeps scratching. But when he manages to keep the cue ball on the table, he is playing phenomenally. Another dry break, this time by Steven. I agree, Kit. That chair is not big enough for him. He can barely fit in it. That's actually our brand new chair. We just got it on Sunday. So now we officially have the stadium seating, spectator seating, as it were, for all. If we have Scotch doubles here, what we've had before is one stadium or spectator chair on each corner, and then the other partner had to sit in the small red chair. Now we have enough spectator seating for Scotch doubles. Alright, so being solids, that 6 ball is the only kind of awkward ball. I mean, you can always shoot the 6-3 combo, but anytime you shoot a combo, you do risk potentially messing up the first ball you contact and leaving yourself no shot. So he's going to have to shoot the 3 now. Kind of left himself for either a really awkward 5-1 combo or a really steep cut on that 5 into that bottom side pocket. When I say 5, I am talking about the purple ball, because in the Aramith Black, the purple balls are the 5 and the 12, and the pink balls are the 4, or sorry, the purple balls are the 5 and the 13, and the pink balls are the 4 and the 12. That is a 6. The green is 6, and the brown is 7, which is off the table, but 7 and 15. The green is 6 and 14. And yes, Gary, we did get new balls. This is the first time we are streaming with the Aramith Black. These are, after taxes and shipping, about $450. But they're so shiny and so much easier to see on the stream. But your guys' donations to K-Squared Productionz and the players paying their hourly dues and their tips has allowed us to be able to buy the new balls for the table. We'd had our last set for about 3 years, and they were being played every single day, so it was about time for a new set. I love these balls for the stream. I don't even mind them for the rotation so much. The only thing that I have found to be a challenge is that occasionally the 2 ball is really dark blue. So if it's turned just right, all you see is the black and like the very edge of the dark blue, which blends so it looks like the 8 ball. So there have been a few times where I'm like, wait, why Why are there two 8-balls here on the table? Oh no, that's a 2-ball. I think they play very smooth. They roll nicely. They're shiny. All positive attributes of balls. Thank you, Gary, for saying congratulations on winning my tournament. It was a big accomplishment for me. I have been playing only for 2.5 years, so I have won an APA national tournament every year since I started playing. But yet this one is more important and bigger to me because it's a no handicap tournament. See what I'm talking about how great Steven is shooting? He's really not missing. He's making balls from all over the table. The only time that he messes up and or gives Mike even a chance is when he scratches, it feels like. But I think Mike knew coming in to this that it was going to be a difficult race and that Steven is a really solid player. You cannot, give him the opportunities. And I think that's why Mike chose to play him, is he wanted a challenge. Steven actually had messaged me and said, hey, I need as many dates that you can give me as possible because I have people lining up wanting to play. And it's because I think right now everyone knows Steven is playing really great and is a really good person to challenge yourself by playing against. And so I'm sure Steven feels flattered by that, and Mike is embracing the challenge. Ball down. Now they are playing BCA modified rules, and again, the only reason I say modified is because a scratch on the 8 is a loss in this case. Otherwise it is open on the brink. It is called pocket. No slop. But scratch on the 8 is a loss, which is actually how Steven lost his first game here. He goes, is scratch on the 8 a loss? And Mike goes, yeah. And then he scratched on the 8 the very next shot. Alright, that leaves the table still open. Now with the way that they did that 114, that's tough. And the 8-3 is tough. Nice attempt at trying to break out that 1 ball. Didn't quite get it. He will have to get that 1 ball out of there somehow. I think that was another attempt. He was trying to slice the 5 into the side and come back at the 1. Stripe just got in the way. So now Mike has the opportunity to shoot solids. I actually think, stripes, excuse me. I do like solids better still, even with the issue with the 14, because the 7 is going to be his breakout ball for that 3-8. But for me, you want to shoot that sooner rather than later. You don't want that to be your last shot, because if you come at that 3-8 weird and you don't get a shot at the 3, you don't want that to be your last ball, and now you just opened up the 8 ball for your opponent. So he does need to get to that sooner rather than later. Mike here contemplating what to do with life and stripes. Kind of feeling he was going to do that. The problem is he has no shot on the 11 or the 15, so that did him no good. So let's see what he comes up with. Well, that worked out. The 11 overtook the 8 ball. Stephen followed up with the safety of making Mike's ball. It's kind of a challenge, like, okay, give you a shot here on the 15. It's tough shooting that 15 all the way down. But that is the only shot. Was a challenge in a way by Steven. Like, okay, I'll give you this shot, but now you got to move your 11, you got to move your 12. A lot of work for Mike. Beautiful cut. Got exactly where he needed to be for the 7 ball. I'm not mad about that shot. He moved the 7 ball closer to the pocket, left the cue ball up table. Mike has no makeable shot here, unless he's gonna try to super throw this 15 into the bottom right pocket, and I don't like that shot. So now Mike's got to try to come up with the safety. I know he can see the 15. You probably don't want to risk giving Steven ball in hand. But I almost like kicking the 12 because it might lock up the 12 and the 7 again, making more trouble balls for Stephen as well. And again, the 12 being the pink ball. So he did super throw it, and he got the 8 out, which actually helps Stephen. Now Stephen's only trouble is the 3, whereas Mike has a lot of trouble here because he has no shot. If he moves that 11, he really has no trouble balls for Stephen. But if he could shoot the 11 on the left side of the 8 bottom table side and put the Cuba behind the 8, he might end up with a safety out of it. But he have to roll it with top, and this guy's jacking up. Oh, I'm surprised he jacked up, but he did exactly what I said. Now that 7 ball does go past. All right, a bit of a challenge here for Stephen. I like cutting the 7 because you block that pocket, but you can just make the 2 ball like a champ. 4 ball on the side. Down to the rail and back up for the 3. All right. Here's Michael's chance to get back on the board with Stephen here. I'm surprised that he didn't go for that make, because he definitely is giving Mike the out here. Naturally with tops, you shoot the 12, go across table for the 11 in the same pocket. Just top. I think he shot a little bit scared, but that's okay. He can still make this, no problem. Whoa. Trying to scare me. That's why I'm eating popcorn. So, giving Mike one game does seem to have been the right call. Because these boys are going back and forth. And again, even though the race is even, or I mean the score is even, so yes, the race is even, because Mike Spargo is so much lower than Stevens, is why Stevens' percentage to win is so much higher. The longer the race, the higher the chance that the higher rated player is going to win. I know when Carlos played against a gentleman from Colorado, he is a 654. The gentleman was a 674, so they were only 20 points difference. Race to 11, and it was something like 70 or 65-35 for the other gentleman to win. So even though they were 20 points different, there was significant difference in the statistical likelihood that Carlos would win. And he ended up winning by a lot. Now that is to Mike because Steven did not call that bank. If he doesn't like it, a really simple safe, roll up on the purple ball. Calling the 15. I don't think he can see enough of that ball to make it. Well, he can. Good for him. Great shot. So I did go ahead and pin our PayPal if anybody would like to donate. Like I said, even $2 is appreciated. Helps us buy these new balls, helps upkeep the equipment. We're thinking in the new year that we're going to redo the rails and the felt, so that is going to be an expense here. I don't like shooting the one. This is an angle that I would not shoot the one at. But if your stripes, which he is, I don't know why they was shooting the one. If he can shoot the 9 here, but he's not even walking all the way around. Oh, that doesn't help. There we go. The 9 ball does go. And this is, I think, the time to take it. So he obviously doesn't really seem to agree. But I think shooting the green one, the green stripe, that's a tough shot. With no guarantee of getting back onto this 9. shooting the 9 with top will get you, if you hit it with a good pace, will get you back to the table. I mean, get you back into that window, which is exactly what he did. Oh, trick shots. Too bad this isn't the APA, or he would be shooting on the 8. Oh, did leave a shot open for Mike. There we go. Puts Mike officially halfway. Kid, I asked him the same question. I said, you tell me what you want to order, and I will tell you what I want. So to me, it's always interesting because even though Mike is ahead, he's still significantly the underdog here at only 26% chance of winning. He did scratch on the break, and it is open and anywhere on the break. Now again, I had said earlier that my recommendation to Mike was move his spot where he was shooting, breaking from, because he was breaking dry every time. Well, this time he didn't break dry, but he scratched. So I think breaking dry is better than scratching because at least they are forced to shoot from wherever they are set. I think that Steven kind of hooked himself on his own ball there. I don't think that the 10 goes all the way down. Oh, nice attempt. He did call the 14. A kick combo. He's calling the 4, which is the pink ball. I like that, I think, a little bit better than shooting the 2 because you are really odd on the 2. Really scared me there for a second for the 8 ball. Hi, Cindy. Haven't heard from you in a long time. Good luck in league. Corby, that's funny. So, I always think it's funny, but I have had some people, females, ask me for lessons, which I always think is so funny because why not ask Carlos or Nick De Leon or, you know, John Smith or whatever. But then I remember when I was a female very first starting out, of course I appreciated Carlos's teaching. He's a 7'9", he's a 655 Fargo, he's, you know, everything that you would want in a teacher. And he teaches you the why, not just shoot it. But even with that, when I was a female first starting out, I really wanted a strong female role model to kind of, you know, talk about the struggles of female in pool. And apparently, sometime in the last 2 years that I've now been shooting, I have become the female role model that the new females are looking up to, which is really, really odd to me. That's an odd feeling. Hello, Justin. Thank you for the congratulations. Cindy, I know I just talked to you yesterday, but I haven't talked to you today, so therefore it feels like forever. If you guys have noticed, we got our brand new Aramith black balls. They look awesome on the stream. So much easier to see, especially from this view. You can actually tell what balls are what. Corby, yes, being left-handed is its own special challenge. I am also left-handed, so I understand that. If you have ever heard of Carl Stewart actually is a BCA master coach or something to the effect of that, I think. It's his official title. He's amazing at making 8 on the break. And he's very good for lessons. And he is left-handed. All right. I will say again, very close race. They keep going back and forth, pretty much even. I would put $10 on the fact that this would be a hill-hill match. And that we found out that Mike's real Fargo is 480. He actually has been curious. Like I said, he was the first one to admit that he was underrated. And he said he will play any 450 or under even. But since Steven is a 480, he did ask for one game on the wire. So I do believe Mike is somewhere between a 450 and a 480. He said, you know, he got about 2,000 games into Fargo when he was a newer player. And then he just hasn't quite put in games now that he's been playing more, and since he's gotten better, and since he already has 2,000 games into Fargo, it's now going to take him about another 2,000 before Fargo's probably going to catch up to him. So we now know Mike Bennett, 450 to 480. Mike and I have played a couple times against each other, and we also play pretty even. I'd like to thank all of you this evening for joining me on this Monday night here at K2 Productions in Phoenix, Arizona on a Red Label Diamond 3 7/8" pockets, watching these underdogs play. And I do know they are slightly lower rated compared to some of the people that we usually have on our stream. But again, as I explained earlier, the reason that we have these lower rated players playing tonight is because they are both wanting to play in tournaments, get themselves out there. And one of the big things that people always struggle with when playing in tournaments is being on the stream table, especially in the finals. You're already scared, right? You're already scared that you're going to be playing in the finals, and then you're new and you're probably the underdog, which is why I call this a battle of the underdogs today. And then add on that you're on the stream and people are watching you and you're nervous, right? So we wanted to give this opportunity as K2 Productions to these slightly lower rated players to get on the stream, get that pressure put on them, know that people are talking about them or judging them as they're playing, so that when it comes tournament time, that doesn't affect them as much. So I know that for myself, I don't even really think about being on the stream anymore because I'm always on the stream. It's more when I'm not on the stream that I feel nervous. Although playing in the finals for the US Amateurs on Saturday, I was very nervous. But I think that just being in the finals, I don't know that it would have made a difference if it was streamed or not. It was more the fact that it was a true double elimination tournament, except for the finals. You could have lost twice all the way through, except for in the finals, they only had to win one time. And the girl that I played in the finals, I had won hill. So I was really nervous. But I ended up winning 9-6. So I also think that these players playing gives us opportunities to learn. Sometimes these lower rated players do things that I'm like, man, I want to know how to do that. I know they might not have done it intentionally, but that was actually really smart or really good safety, whether they meant to or not. I'm going to practice that. I'm going to learn that. And sometimes their simplified game actually helps as well, because we tend to overplay sometimes as we get a little higher rated. So for me right here, he's solids. That 15 and the 8 are tied up. I can't quite tell if the 8 even has a pocket, but I don't want to break that up, right? As the lower rated player and the one that's the underdog, I want to force my opponent to make the big play and to break that ball up. So for me, I'm playing safe here. Thank you, Justin. We definitely appreciate you and your support as well. We still have to get to the meeting at some point. Has been super crazy. We had the tournament on Saturday, and then we also had cake tasting yesterday. So every single day, we have something going on. Kit, I agree. For instance, so Kit was saying a lot of lower rated players have great pocketing ability, and it's more about cue control and ball choice. And I 100% agree with this, and this is why. Carlos is a top 40 rated player in Arizona. He's a 7.9 in APA. He's a Super 7, as people like to call it. He is number 1 for Arizona State right now and 8-ball. But he actually says that he thinks I'm a better cutter than he is. So here, just roll up on that 5, about half ball, just trying to get it to the corner or to the rail. The 5 ball will naturally protect you from the 15, and then you're forced to make him shoot off the rail all the way down on that 11, 14 on 3-inch pockets. He's not going to make it. But instead he's coming out with a crazy bank. So anyway, as I was saying, he says that he actually believes that I'm a, well, or you just make it and never mind. But also, you know, what do I know? So he says that he thinks I'm a better ball maker when it comes to severe cuts than he is. And that's because he has a tendency to, you know, like to use English, and I just make the balls using natural shape. So even though he's a number 1 rated player, you know, over 600 Fargo, he still says that me as a lower rated player actually shoots better than him, only in the cuts for this instance. But to Kit's point, I don't always know the right patterns. And Carlos is a phenomenal pattern picker. And every time he tells me the pattern, I'm like, oh my God, that was so easy. Why don't I see that? Here, this is tough. I don't think he has enough angle to come across. He did choose to go rail first. I would actually just skim this 15, put the cue ball on top of the 8. Because, oh, that's another great option. I like it. Let's see if Mike can come out with the big cut here. See, this is one that I would cut. Carlos calls me crazy, but I make it more than I don't. But I think that Mike might be going for the bank. Alright, so skim the 15 on the upper side of that ball, leaving the cue ball on the top rail, because then he cannot What are these guys doing? These craziness. That was not the shot, as proven by the leave. I mean, phenomenal shot. Great shot. I mean, to make a bank long rail with 3 7/8 inch pockets, amazing shot. But not the right shot. Guys, forget everything I've ever said. I don't know anything about this game, apparently. Apparently, I should just let these boys play their ridiculous game. Because, look at that, coming with 2 big shots back to back. All right, Steven only needs 3 more. Mike only needs 4 more. Yeah, Ray, that's what I was saying, is that Steven Jaws can bank from anywhere, and that I need him to teach me his magical banking abilities. Because he's made 75 banks tonight, I feel like, and never missed one. And I make like 1 and miss 75, especially on this table. Steven needs to settle down so his pacemaker doesn't go off. I am a nurse, but I don't need to be dealing with that tonight. Alright, so what are we looking at here as solids? You know, I don't hate playing the 5, nope, that's the 4, the pink, 4, 15. So 4 into the 15, call it a safety, and you're forcing Steven to shoot at a ball that doesn't have any pockets. Not the choice I would have made, because now Steven can start shooting and making balls. Starting with the 10, which currently only has those top 2 pockets, and he needed to be right here for it. Oh, he did miss it, but now it's out of the issue. Hi, Lenore! I've given your boy Steven a ton of props on his banking ability. Did he get so good at banking, Lenore, because that's the only shape that you leave him when you guys play Scotch doubles? Carmi, I will be practicing on any 9-foot table I can get a hold of for the next 4 months. Mostly at bullshooters. Well, Lenore, then he owes you lots of banks tonight. He's banked about 10 times and made every single one of them. Oh, of course, Lenore, it's a give and take, of course. Even Carlos has hooked me. So, Corby, the pool hall that I'm going to in Clearwater, Florida to play in the national event is a called Strokers. And they have a combination of Brunswicks and diamonds. So there's no guarantee which version of the table I will be playing on. And I may play 1 match on a Brunswick and 1 match on a diamond. So I will be practicing on all of it. So see, to me, right now, this was the problem I was talking about earlier. The only issue I have is that top left ball looks like the 8 ball to me, but it's the 2. That's the only issue with the new Aramith Black is the 2-ball. All the other balls I love. Wow, I thought he had itched that. Steven hasn't scratched in about 4 games. The first 4 games he scratched about 8 times, but he hasn't scratched in a while, so I thought he had kind of gotten that out of his system, but apparently he needed one last one. Mark asks, do I think all the places will be shut down again here in Arizona? That's complicated. We do have a surge in cases, and I have seen that in the hospital. With that being said, my daughter's school is staying open. They've had a couple cases of COVID. They've had the ability to keep them well contained, and they can plan to continue in-person learning. They know how detrimental this distance learning has been to the kids. Looking like a really nice out here by Mike. Very nice. So if the schools aren't planning on closing, I wouldn't say that the bars are going to be, or the pool halls are going to be closing, but not getting political, I do think that as the change of hands of the president starts in January, that a lot of things will be closing down again because of some radicalness by the incoming president trying to maybe prove that he can solve COVID or whatever it may be. So we may be starting all over when that happens in January. So I don't have a good answer for you, Mark. I know that we here at K2 Productionz, no matter if the bars close or not, will continue. So currently we are doing 3 nights a week. If the bars close, we will go back to the 5 or 6 nights a week. So we will never shut down here. So that's the only thing that I can guarantee. Because we are a private establishment. We're not even an official business, if you want to look at it that way. We do this as a hobby that just happens to generate views on Facebook and all of that. We don't sell alcohol. We don't sell our drinks. Everything is free here. So we cannot be shut down, even by the rules, because really the rules are just no gatherings of more than 10. And right now there are 3 of us, and we're all about 20 feet apart, each one of us. So we should be good. Yeah, Ray, I'm not going to get into that. This is not what this stream is for. I know everybody has opinions on that, but this is a safe place. away from all the political drama, where we can just learn and talk about pool and other fun stuff like cake tasting. So, if any of you guys know who are on the stream, Carlos does not drink alcohol. One of the cake flavors that we tried last night was champagne cake. And when I bit into that, oh my gosh, it was just like pure champagne. It was good, but it was like heavy champagne. And so I knew, like, Carlos is not going to like this. Like, this is not going to be able to be our flavor. And it was his favorite flavor out of all the 4 flavors that we chose to taste. So I was actually really surprised and proud of Carlos for being so open-minded. And he actually really liked the champagne and strawberry filling cake that we got. All right, here's the tester shot right here. And it's a dangerous shot because by shooting the 7, you take away all the issues for Steven. Oh, nice. He didn't go for the 7. Smart choice for right now, knowing he probably wasn't going to get out. You don't want to break out that ball and make it super easy for Steven. So now Steven, I think, looking at if that 13-10 combo goes in some weird way. Nope, just calling safe. Giving Mike a big opportunity here. He did block the 1 pocket with the 10 ball, but if he shoots the 7 now, his only issue is going to be that pink 4 ball. He's okay, even if he ends up bumping into the 8, which he didn't. Very nice. I feel like you should shoot the 3 here to try to get back in line. I think that was his intention, was to run into those balls, but maybe not so softly. So actually, Carlos got a lesson from Mitch on a couple of things, and I was not involved in the lesson, but I did listen. Listen, Linda. And one of the things that Mitch said that I felt like was such good knowledge and seemingly so simple, he said, when you're breaking out balls, you do not have to hit them at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but you do have to hit them solid enough that you're going to make contact and create space. That was the big thing, create space. Because when you just roll up on it and then you're stuck on it, that does you no good, and you haven't accomplished anything. Nice shot on the 11. He's going to have to spin this 15 in, just a little bit of left. He's actually putting right, but left side of your screen will help throw that ball right towards the pocket. I think he is nervous because if he misses this, then he's already broken up the 4 ball. Yep. I should have just assumed that he would bank because Lenore has developed Steven into an amazing banker. I'm going to make a bold statement here, and I hope that Carlos doesn't get offended, but I think that Steven is like a better banker than Carlos. Like, Steven just fires in these banks with such confidence, and he only looks at the bank for like 2 seconds, and he's like, oh yeah, I can bank this. And then he banks it, and it goes in. I think that Steven could go like head to head with people like Jack Circa, Mr. Banks. Jack Circa is an amazing banker, but on this table, he really struggles. It's a tough table to bank on. You can tell him. I think he might even be listening, so. I feel like this is the first time. No, Steven has broken and made a ball a couple times on the break. It's Mike that's really struggled with the break. But neither one of these players has had a break and run, so the break isn't necessarily defining of a win or loss. God, the banks. Look at him. Banks open 24/7. I want to know where he banks at because I need to open an account. It's insane. Thank you, Steve. I'm very excited that I won. It is going to be very interesting though, because Carlos and I are getting married, going on our vacation, our honeymoon. And then right as soon as we get back from our honeymoon, I'm going to play in Florida. So it'll be very interesting. Oh, I think Mike might be a little bit frustrated. He's only down by 1 game though. I would not at all give up or feel defeated at this point. For those of you who have not already or are just watching with us for the first time, please like and subscribe to K2 Productionz. You can also head over to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The one thing I do like about our YouTube, which we also stream live to YouTube, is that for YouTube, you can pause and rewind live streaming. So if you're like, wait, was that a good shot or was it a foul? Or man, Steven made that amazing bank. I want to go back and watch it again. You can. Whereas on Facebook, you cannot do that. And you cannot access the stream on Facebook until after the stream is already finished and then uploaded onto Facebook. So that's a little bit of a bummer for Facebook. Corby said, what can we viewers do to help you in your venture to the U.S. Amateur Championships? Well, even though I won the tournament, the only thing that the tournament itself, the win, pays for is the hotel room and the entry into the tournament. We still have to pay for a rental car and our food and our flight. So donations to K2 Productionz with a Z at gmail.com would definitely help us. Jason, these are the brand new Aramith Black. These are the Moscone balls. Oh, broke out that 14-1. I would shoot the 4-ball now. It's in such a tough spot. I feel like this is your one opportunity to get a really good shot on it. And see, by shooting that shot, he ended up pushing the 6 into the 15-4, creating a whole nother mess of issues that was not there. And the 2 doesn't go, so I think he's going to make the 12 here. Oh, he tried. He tried to make the 12, but it did not cooperate with them. At this point, I'm not making any balls. I am trying to figure out how I can make the balls there in the 4, 15, 6. How can I fix that? Right? So I need to put a ball by that side pocket so that I can use it as a breakout for those balls. Since he is stripes, I would be banking that 10 ball to the middle of the table if possible. So he played safe, and that works in the sense that Steven's not going to run out, and it guarantees he's going to get back to the table, but it does him no good as far as getting his balls out. But Steven did just help him there, trying to make that 2. He did break out his 6 ball, which means his 15 does go, but now Mike has the issue that the 12 ball does not have a pocket. So I personally wouldn't have taken that ball. Because I assume he's going to shoot the 15 here. But then what are you going to do with that 12? It's on the rail, so it doesn't bank. You don't have the right angle to shoot it and then follow it in. And all of Steven's balls have pockets now. So the safeties are pretty much gone. Obviously you have to make the 2 ball here, but you don't leave much. It doesn't follow. When you're following a ball, if those of you who don't know, when you're following a ball, you have to hit that ball square, right? So for that instance, the 12 needs to run into the 2 ball square straight in order to roll forward and follow it in. So if you're coming at it at an angle, or like in that case, the 12 could only hit half the 2 ball because the other half was already in the pocket. There's no physical way that it could possibly follow it in. It has to be square in the face, exactly the right way to follow it in the pocket. Let's see, is he on the right side of the table to cut that in? Because again, I would cut this, but... And if he misses it or rattles it, he does protect that pocket from the 7. And he scratched, which put Steven on the hill. because the one rule that they changed, the one rule that they modified for this race, is a scratch on the 8 ball does count as a loss. So Steven is officially on the hill. This would be a great time to do a break and run, which neither of these players have done this evening. But a dry break, so it's going to be real hard to run. All right, what do we like? Okay, that 412 is a mess. That's the pink ones. The 1-3 is more of a mess because the 14 at least does go. I actually think the 12 goes as well. So I do like stripes here better. Although he didn't really leave himself a shot on a stripe. Although he could cut the 12, which I think is what he's trying to do right now. Tough cut though, he's hitting it. Oh, nice. I didn't think that the 4 went past the 12 ball, but it did. Gonna try to make the 7. Cannot hit the rail first on this table. These balls will not slide. At Main Street, you can hit a ball a diamond off and it will still slide in that pocket. But at this table, you can't even hit it more than an inch outside of the pocket. I'm surprised that he took solids with that 1-3 being really tough to get to. Somebody should have took my bet when I bet that this thing was going to go hill. You might have won $10. Nice bump on that 1 ball. I don't like this shot on the 1 though. So Mike is walking the table. I will give that to him. He's checking all the possibilities for where this 1 can go. He's saying, how do I shoot this 7 to get to a good spot on this 1 ball so that I can be out? Very nice shot. And just like that, Mike says, not so fast. Not so fast. What is crazy to me for Mike is that no matter if the game has been tied, if the score, like right now, he's only behind by 1, a 1-2 race, I don't think that Mike's odds have ever been better than 26%, even though he's been holding his own this entire match. proves that Fargo is not always correct. Alright, so Mike really ran the table on that last one. I wonder if Steven is able to respond in kind here. That would make it the end of the match. Carlos does say that the hardest games to win are the first one and the last one. I think that 9 ball goes. I would use that right now, because you're not going to get a much better window than that. The only struggle is that 8 ball is so specific into that top right corner or into that top side pocket. I would cut this 3, but I'm also left-handed, so he's cutting the 4 here. Oh, I do not like this shot. Wow. Wow. I never would have played that shot. I feel like Mike is kind of hammering these balls in. He doesn't need to show the balls who's boss. It's fine. The balls are gentle creatures. See, and that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. He got so excited. He hit that ball so hard that the 8 ball went back and forth across the table 3 times. There's never a need to hit a ball that hard. No ball needs to be slammed 3 times. Very smart shot by Steven, playing a safety here. I feel like this is a little deceptive that it looks like you can see the 8 ball. I think he might be able to see the edge. If he wants to get real fancy, he could cross bank it. I was just going to say I actually like kicking it, but he didn't even go to that side of the table to see how it goes in. All right, so for Steven, he just needs to calm down and make these last couple balls. Already messed up. I would have taken the 14, which is the green ball, first, instead of taking the duck. I think he was trying to take it as a confidence booster. What about banking this 10 ball? to that top left corner. He does know how to bank. Oh, nice attempt. I do think that's the first time that he has missed a bank. I wish you could see. Oh, you can kind of see Mike's face there. He's very scrunchy faced. He's a tiny man. So a scrunchy face on him is very severe. Nice shot. So I did call at the beginning, guys, that this would be a hill-hill matchup. And for the first time ever, Mike actually gets a little bit of chunk of this percentage to win. He's been under 25% the entire time. He's a whole 33% this time. What's funny about the way that Mike shoots is that he shoots like I shot 8 months ago. Everything just super hard, really aggressive. And then you miss shots and you're like, oh, why did I miss that? Or, oh, how did I scratch? And it's because you're hitting him so hard. In fact, at US AMs, I'm like, why am I missing this shot? I'm setting up, I'm practicing, I keep missing. And Carlos was like, why are you hitting it so hard? And I was like, oh. So I stopped hitting them so hard, and then the ball started going in the pocket. So if Mike took back his mini muscles and hit them a little softer, they would still go in, and he would be extremely more accurate. All right, let's see, where does this 8-ball go? Right there, but you can't hold this. And I think you have to hit this with low and actually come around 3 rails. This is one of the times that Mike's Superman speed might come in handy, because it is a scratch shot potentially. And if he just hits it real gentle, it might go. Oh, a bank. Interesting. See, sometimes hitting it extremely hard obviously ends up paying off. Ooh. Because he 6-rail banked that into the pocket that he called. Giving Mike an opportunity to bank out. Outside English. All right, let's do some work, Stephen. Yeah, Jim, I was actually surprised at how soft. Oops, sorry guys, I have a frozen screen for you. I was actually surprised at how gently I could hit the balls and how much I would still get around the table, even on a 9-foot. I think I have a 12-foot stroke, so very smart shot there by Steven. If he makes it, he has a shot. If he doesn't, he blocks Mike. I don't know if that was the intention, but that was a good shot nonetheless. Okay, option. I'm talking low just in case. What if he just pushes the 3 ball up into the 8 ball? Safety. Versus giving him ball in hand and potentially selling out. Because you knew that the chances of ball in hand were pretty high. So instead, you take the safety. All right, shoot the 1 ball. It looks like he's shooting the 6 and oh, he might come too far on this 8 ball. He has quite an angle. This is where pocket speed is very important. Nope. Because he was trying to put spin on it. This could be the game right here. Now don't be crazy and hit it really hard and go around and scratch in some random pocket. Oh, for the drama. Wow. For the drama. I cannot believe he won that. I'm really surprised. Not that he didn't deserve it, but that is it, folks. So on Thursday, Carlos and I are going to play Scotch doubles. So you will actually get to see us on the screen playing. We will wear mics so that you guys can hear us talking and hear what we are thinking and what we are doing. Here I am. Hello. And then on Friday, we have somebody playing. Let's see. Who do we have? Who do we have? How many buttons do I need to click? Friday, we have George Bell versus John Sanchez Sr. And then on Monday, another performance by George Bell against Eric Lervold. So that, I think, will be a great, that's 2 over 600 players playing. Much different viewing, much different commentary in those types of matches. So if you would like to join us on Friday and on Monday, and of course to hear us commentating as we play on Thursday, please like and subscribe, K2 Productions on Facebook, just like this says. And we will see you next time. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your Monday. And we will see you guys soon, hopefully. Thank you so much.